Hello, my loves. You got Joanne and Elizabeth here, and we're dropping some truth bombs for you. Twin flame, truth bombs, twin flame, truth bombs. Woohoo! This one is huge. You guys, why does my twin flame, and we got this a lot, and this is why we're dropping these truth bombs with you.
If you want more,
yes, comment below. Truth bombs, please. Okay, why does my twin flame come in for no reason? Like, what's the whole point of this, right? They come in, I saw them, and then like 6 months later, nothing. And then I see them, nothing. Or why do I get a message from my twin flame from time to time while I'm working on myself and nothing? Why do I have them come in so hot and heavy and then nothing? What the flying F is happening? Right? It's cray. This is cray. And this is a confirmation that you're in the twin flame connection. Like, twin flame connection isn't gonna be like soulmates lab. This is the biggest truth bomb I'm ever gonna give you. Is twin flame connection is an energetic one, and so to the 3D it's gonna look cray. This is cray. I just saw them yesterday. I had the most amazing time. I was in cloud 9. Where are they today? What the flying F, right? How does that happen, Joanne? How does that happen? Why would my soul bring my soul just to give it away? But that's not what's happening. That's what the mind sees in the 3D. What's happening is your soul is interweaving you both in this balanced energy in every interaction. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in person. It could be you saw them, you ran into them, you got a message, you probably get a meme from time to time, whatever. That's what your soul is doing to show you. And it might look really like off. It might look kooky, like 6 months and then nothing, and then another year and nothing. And like, we have people in this journey that's been here for years. They see their person and the next day nothing. What was the whole point of that, Joanne? Why? What now? And what we want to tell you is that's all mind comes in. You're manifesting your person, you're doing beautifully, you're balancing, and now you're out of intent. Mind comes in, is asking what to do next when it wasn't the doing that brought them in. It's the being. Your being is what brought your person in. You're being so much, and now here you are, you and your person are together, and you're back into mind again, and you're pushing. The biggest piece in this connection is nothing in the 3D counts. It's all energetic. This is 5D, baby. And everything is soul level. So what may look really off and weird, it is happening so beautifully in soul level. You're shifting to soul. This isn't going to be happening overnight, right? They're not going to sweep you off your feet as soon as you align with soul. You got to stay in soul. You got to balance your energy and stay in soul. When mind comes in, right? It took years for you to get mind to take over, to work through, right? Years of conditioning. And so you're going to have to unlayer a lot of that mind and needy, addictive energy in every single interaction, where you're interweaving this consistent basis. And it might look weird and kooky, where it looks like that in 6 months. It's like a little bit of, hey, how are you? And then you respond, and then they ghost again.
Hold on, Joanne.
Yeah.
I want to tell everybody what you would tell me. You would tell me, and this is at the beginning, so I thought she was crazy. She's like, whatever you're seeing right now is not what's really happening. Okay, I wouldn't smile because I wasn't smiling mood at that time, but I was like, what the F is she talking about? And she would keep telling me, whatever you're seeing, whatever's existing around you right now is not what's really happening. It's an illusion. I was like, I don't understand. And then it would come together, and I'm like, I got it. And I'm not gonna lie. It took me to really figure out what she meant by that. And now looking back, it's like, she was so spot.
Yeah. That's what you're balancing. You're balancing between separation consciousness that needs them and thinks they're separate to unity consciousness that is one and is one now. You're permanently shifting.
You say, you guys are already together. And I was like, he's nowhere to be found. What do you mean we're already together? And she's like, you guys are already together. You're already one. And I didn't understand anything you were talking about. But now it's like, yes, you guys, and I'm going to repeat it for those of you who were sort of in the place that I was. You are already one right now, whether they are with you in the physical or not. You're still one. They are still with you because they are you. They are you. So you don't need them in the physical to be one with yourself, is basically what it is. And the reality of 3D does not match up with the reality of 5D. And you have to be at a point where you're like, I'm going to accept the reality of 3D, or I'm going to be in the knowing of what is real in the 5D.
The more you're in the 5D, the more the 5D starts matching the 3D. That's why your soul keeps bringing them. And that's what you're doing, my love. You're permanently shifting to soul. You're permanently shifting both of your energies. That's what you're intermingling. Your energy is being balanced through each interaction from both of you so that you can both permanently coexist together. Not just in the 5D level where you get that inner knowing where you're like, oh my gosh, I freaking get it, we're one. But the oneness of what you are is matched in the 3D because you are so aligned with soul. You've balanced your addictive energy. There's no pushing, so there's no pulling from them. It's being. It's being. You are shifting all of those little interactions. And that's why we have Cup of Joe. We made Cup of Joe for you guys to see that you're not crazy. The 3D doesn't match. And that's okay. 3D isn't what you're trying to get to. Don't believe. I would tell Elizabeth that don't believe this right now. This is, it sounds great. This is just an illusion. You're covering up the truth in this connection from the 3D. Don't get triggered. Don't lose faith. Stay in your soul's plan. Don't be distracted with what 3D is showing you, because all you're going to get is the same separation if you believe in the separation. But if you align with soul, you feel in this oneness, you keep intermingling in each interaction together, right? Well, you get the text. And you're not trying to figure out what the text is. The text came because it wanted you to balance. The text came, it wanted you to work through your triggers. You saw them at the gas station because it wanted you to be able to work and intermingle your energy together so it could keep bringing you more and more and more.
And I want to point out that at the beginning of me even telling you what was going on with me, Joanne, I was so embarrassed. And I'm sure a lot of you guys out there can understand what I'm talking about. I was always a very no drama type person. I had my family, I had my kids, I was a great mom, a great daughter. And then suddenly I meet this person and I'm freaking obsessing like crazy, stalking the crap out of their social media. And I felt like I was a different person, and it was really, really embarrassing. I didn't know you that well, but I was in so much pain that I was like, and you were there for me when I needed to be able to admit, like, I still remember, like, I don't know if I'm what's going on, but all I know is I'm so addicted to this person. And it was really embarrassing because I thought I was the addiction. I thought I was the obsession. I thought I was a person acting irrationally for no reason. And it was really, really embarrassing because it was so out of character for me that I had to admit that I was doing all these crazy things like, oh yeah, I would text him 1,000 times in one night if I got upset with him. And I would just keep texting. That was so out of character, but I had to admit and I had to own up to this. And then it was like, she was like, no, that's a telltale sign that you're in this connection called a twin flame connection and you're not crazy. Mm-hmm. This is not who you are. And then that's sort of when everything sort of made me feel, okay, I'm not alone in this, because it feels so, because you feel like you're doing something wrong, like, and it's not you, it's just this addictive energy that is going haywire because of your person.
It is so out of the norm. It is so out of who you are that you have to look at it and be like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why? They're not even that big of a deal. I always would say that, like, they're not a big deal. They're not a big deal. Why am I so freaking obsessed? What is wrong with me? And that made me feel crazy. Like, why? Right. I'm someone who's logically sound. I went and got, my college degree. I have a good career. I have a beautiful family. Why can't I get rid of this addictive energy? Why am I putting them in such a pedestal above my well-being? Why is it so urgent? Why is mind? Now we know it's mind, but you have to see that it's not you. Your world has to shake. It has to feel this easy world that you used to think was you. It had to be upside down. You had to feel this addictive energy to know what it is and to know it's not you. What is this? This isn't me. How do I get out of it? How do I feel better? And that's what you're doing every day, love. We still go through it, and we're both in permanent relating experiences. We still have to work through the same addictive energy. We still have to wooze the same energy that still wants to push and make it about them. That's what you're working on. It might look like it's kooky in the 3D. It's kooky in the 3D for a reason, because it has to shake you up, my love. It has to feel some type of way where it's never been this way. I've never felt this way about anyone my entire life. What's happening? Why am I so obsessed? And that's when you look at it and you're like, okay, this isn't just a regular connection. Something got stirred up inside me that now wants to push and make my whole life about them. When before this, I was totally normal life, normal relationships. I could talk about the issues that I have. Now it's all about my energy. It's all about me. So the 3D is never going to match what you see and what it actually is.
Because this is a kind of removing you from the 3D version of you and getting you to soul as consistently as possible. So it's not going to match up, because you have to be able to balance through those energies so that your energy can be raised up to the vibration of soul on a consistent basis. And your soul coming in and out is merely signals that you're aligning or you're not aligning. You're aligning or you're not aligning.
We want you guys to know, each interaction with your soul is a reflection of you and your balanced energy. Don't try to figure out the 3D. The 3D reflects your inner work. The 3D matches your alignment. It will balance itself. It will play it all out. It just doesn't look like that right now, but that's okay. Our job isn't to figure out the 3D. The 3D is an illusion, my love, because when you're aligned with the oneness of you, what you are, that's all there is. It's all now, and it's perfect now. And you realize all the pain, all the anguish, all of that was just mine. It was an illusion you held on to, thinking this journey is about being with them, when the very energy that's desiring them, wanting them, right? We talk about that with all of our truth bombs 1 and 2. You guys can go back to the volumes and look at truth bomb 1 and 2. We talk about desire. The very energy that wants and clings to this person is the energy that needs to be released. And in order to do that, in every interaction, in every engagement that you have with your person, is you leveling up so that you can permanently shift your soul to this balanced soul energy that can maintain them. You know, you'll get to a place where you're like, whoa, I'm talking to them every week now. I used to be triggered. It used to be every 6 months. It used to be every 9 months I'd run into them. Now I can talk to them each week and I'm not triggered anymore, right? I can balance messages. I can see them and I'm not triggered. And they're not triggering me. They don't have the addictive energy. I've balanced this energy for us. That's what you're getting to. You're getting to this balanced state. Your mind is trying to find out how to get this connection now, when your soul is already there. You just have to be in that, and you have to allow yourself to get there however way it gets there. Trust your soul. Your soul's going to show it and reveal it. Don't figure it out. The time of it is the illusion too. You have to release all of that. And that's that oneness of soul. That's the balance. You're balancing both of you so you can shift the both of you. They can't do this work. This is all you, my love. You're balancing the energy for the both of you. Even if the 3D looks kooky, this is my truth bomb drop for you. Nothing in the 3D matters, love. None of it. It's all in the 5D. It's on the soul level. This is beyond time and space. That's where your soul can meet you. Truth bomb drop. Woo! We love you guys. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, loves.
Bye.